Hey everybody, it's Mr. Irving again. I know you're all excited to see my beautiful face, and I'm excited to see yours as well. Okay, let's get down to it. All right, this is the follow-up video number 2 for Module 5, Topic A. So you can see it right here. And in this video, I'm going to be focusing on these two activities right here. You got a 1-minute video on finding the height of a parallelogram. And you've also got a 4-question exercise here where they're asking you to find the missing length when given the area of a parallelogram. All right, so I'm going to go to my whiteboard here where you're going to see that I've got a couple of really good problems set up for you. Okay, so let me enlarge the camera here. There we go. All right, let's just take a look at the left side of your screen. So this is an example of a test question you would receive, whether on my test or on the state test. And this question right here is very straightforward. It's asking us for the area of a parallelogram. Well, in the last video, you learned that the area of a parallelogram can be found by multiplying the base times height. And I've got that in the formula right here. Base times height will give you the area. Remember, area is just a measure of square units that an object occupies. For example, if you're trying to paint a wall, well, you need to know how much paint to buy. And so usually on the side of a can of paint, it will tell you how many square feet that amount of paint will cover. Well, in order to know how much paint to buy, whether it be 1 gallon or 2 gallons, you have to measure your wall that you're trying to paint. So that's why knowing area is so important. Okay, we're not looking at a wall of a house right here, but we are looking at a parallelogram. So again, it's the same thing. This problem tries to trick you a little bit, but we shouldn't be fooled here. We know that the base is 7. Okay, the bottom of the parallelogram is congruent to the top of the parallelogram. That's what makes it a parallelogram. So if the bottom is 7, the base and the top must also be 7. All right. Now this 6 right here is what we really should be not paying attention to. This 6 right here is not the measure of the height. Okay. Height is the straight distance from the bottom to the top. We should be looking at this 5. This 6 was put here to fool us. We don't really care about that 6. That 6 is not going to be used to measure the area of a parallelogram. So all I would do is just substitute base, which is 7, times height, times height, which is 5. And of course, that's going to give me the area of this parallelogram. And 7 times 5, as you all should know by now, is 35. So the area of this parallelogram is 35 square units. Okay? This is how you approach a problem when you're being asked to find area. Now, in the next set of problems that you're going to be asked to do, area is actually going to be given to you. Okay, so if you look at the problem, I need to make my camera a little smaller here. Hold on a second. Okay, so if you look at the problem over here, it actually tells you the area of the parallelogram. The parallelogram shown below has an area of 140 square units. Okay, what it also gives you is the height. What it doesn't give you is the base. Okay, and remember this 12 over here, we don't really care about this 12. It's like the 6 in the last problem. It has nothing to do with finding the area of this shape. So all I'm going to do is just go right back over here and use the exact same formula, and I'm going to substitute. Remember, I was given the area. The area was 140. And if you look back at the parallelogram, you can see that you're given the height. So we're going to rewrite this equation as area equals base times, and of course the height was 10. So right away, you can see where we're going with this. There's only one number that can be multiplied by 10 to get you 140. Some of you probably are already figuring it out right now. Okay? In the last unit, we learned how to isolate the variable in an equation. Okay? We know that right now our variable that we're trying to figure out is being multiplied times 10. Well, to get rid of that, we just divide by 10. Okay, remember, if you have a base times 10 and then divide by 10, you're just left with the base. Okay, but we have to do the same exact thing to the other side of the equation. The base of this parallelogram is going to be 140 divided by 10. Well, 140 divided by 10, most of you are probably starting to figure out, is 14. Okay, so this missing number right here, the number that we're being asked to solve for, is 14. And the way that I did that was simply by substituting what I had, what I was given, and then really just dividing. Okay, so feel free to go back to my example when you're doing this short exercise. Again, I'm available through phone calls, I'm available through text messages, but this video goes with these two activities right here. Okay, short little video and a 4-question exercise. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.